Lecture 5: Structuring and Adding Content Effectively. Now it's time to take control, structuring and shaping your content so it actually makes sense to your audience. Whether you are creating a class presentation or a project proposal, the way you organize your ideas will directly impact how clearly they are understood. Today, we will focus on how to structure your slides or sections, add and arrange content blocks, and keep your flow clear and engaging from start to finish. This lecture will teach you how to build the skeleton of your project, what goes where and why. You will learn how to group your content, how to use different block types, and how to guide your reader or viewer through your message smoothly. Objectives of this lecture. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to structure content in a logical, reader-friendly flow, use Gamma's content blocks effectively, text, headings, images, lists, embeds. Create clear transitions between sections or slides. Avoid clutter and repetition while keeping your message strong. The importance of structure. Structure gives shape to your ideas. Without it, even great content feels messy and hard to follow. Think of your project like a story. It needs a clear beginning, middle, and end. Start with an introductory section or slide that sets the stage. Follow it with organized main points. Then end with a clear conclusion or call to action. Here's a simple structure that works for almost anything. Title or headline, introduction or context, key points, grouped into logical sections, visuals to support those points, summary or takeaway. Using content blocks in Gamma. Gamma makes structuring easy with content blocks. Each block is its own piece of content, a paragraph, heading, list, image, embed, or button. Here's how to use them well. Headings. For example, this one, Power Up, the benefits of daily exercise for students. Use them to signal new sections or ideas. Stick to one level of heading per section to keep things clean. For example, at the next slide you have this one, Ace Your Academics, Exercise and Cognitive Function. It's easier and easy to follow. Text blocks. These are for your main explanation. Keep paragraphs short, 2 to 4 lines max for readability. For example, if you have a text in here, like this one. So, these should be 2 to 4 lines max for readability. Bullet lists. Use them to highlight key ideas, steps, or features. They break up dense text. For example, if we have these points, and there could be bullet points as well, so these are the summary of a paragraph, and it makes easier for the audience to understand all these points. Images or icons. A great way to reinforce your points visually. Don't overdo it. One image per section is usually enough. Here you can see we have first one in here. In the second section we have this one. At the third section we have this one. And as it was not necessary for here, so we just skip that. And at the fourth slide we have this one. So one image per section is enough to keep things clean and visually appealing as well. Embed or links. Add context by embedding videos, charts, or external pages directly in your slide or doc. So if you want to add a link in here, you just select the text, go to this section link, and click on, for example, you just want to link a page of Google homepage, and click on this one, save, and it becomes the blue one. And here you can see it when you just hover over this text, it just gives you a little summary of that link. But when you click on that, here you can see you have a link in here as well. Dividers or spacers. Useful for separating big ideas or transitions without overwhelming the page. Like it has dividers as well or spacers as well. When you just click on this, you have in here, and you have all these options if you want to add a slide. But if you want to add a blank page, you can use this one, and this is the spacer, or you can use a divider as well. So in this section you can add a divider so that it can separate from this slide to this slide. Each block should do one thing well. If you find yourself stuffing too much into one, consider breaking it into 2 slides or sections. For example, if we have this text a little more in here, then you can just break it and just add another slide as well. So you can add more points as well. But if you want to have, for example, if you have 10 points in here, although there are five. So you just have to, instead of adding them in this slide, you can add a new card and add five others as well. So your presentation should not be messy and should not be hard for the audience to understand. Guiding the reader or viewer. Once your blocks are in place, think about flow. Ask yourself, does this section naturally lead into the next one? Have I added a small sentence or visual that prepares the reader for what's coming? Do I need to repeat anything? Or is it already clear? Use short transitions between sections like, now that we have covered the basics, or let's move on to the next step. These little cues make your content feel cohesive and polished. Final tip, keep it focused. Avoid cramming too much into one slide or section. If your idea has multiple parts, spread them out. Gamma makes it easy to duplicate blocks, rearrange them, and split one slide into two. For example, if you want to split this slide into two parts, you can just click in here and you can just convert it into two columns as well. And you can use any of these as per the requirements. For example, if you want to convert this one into three columns, then you can just click, drag, and this one. And here you can see you have a three column section as well if you want the text to be divided into three columns, or you can add four columns as well, bullet layouts as well, and anyone that you want. For example, if you want to have slide icons with text, then you can just click in here and use any of these options in the slide. So you can use this. It's easier for the audience to understand. A clear structure helps your audience stay engaged, and it helps you stay confident as you create and present.